Hello, 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 my dear friends, my dear subscribers. I promised you guys that I was gonna do a live video, okay, about the conjunction. So I'm doing this right now, okay. Um, for those that don't know me, I'm Maria the Convoy, and I do readings in Spanish and English. So I always start with my English-speaking people, and don't ask me why. Okay, I always do that. I always start with my English people, and I guess because I feel like if I do it in English first, then when I do the Spanish, it's easier for me. And I want you guys to respect my wishes when I do this. Okay, so with that said, I'm gonna continue. So the conjunction of 2020 of December 2021. The way that I'm going to do this message for you, or this clip for you, is basically giving you the information on what each planet means, right? So what is each planet means? Jupiter is the head of the department. Jupiter is about abundance and growth. So basically this year, 2021, or this next, well, I will say the next 20 years, there is going to be a lot of abundance coming in. Everything is about being positive, optimistic, and it's about being enthusiastic, being happy, being laughed, okay? And that's what Jupiter does. I'm describing Jupiter's at this time. This is the time that you may need to travel, okay? You may want to meet new people, okay? This is a time that Jupiter is that's what it's called, the expansion zone. Astrologers call it. It's the planet of expansion. So also because it's the planet of expansion, watch out for your weight. Okay, so a lot of you might might be eating too much too. So keep that in mind, okay? So that's what's going on with Jupiter. Okay, what else can I tell you about this planet? Is if you started to plan something now, let's say you're starting a new business, you're starting a new job, especially when it comes to business, you're gonna start getting your revenues, okay? Like some people feels like, oh my God, this is not happening. Yes, it is happening. So let me just check and see how the video is going. I just want to make sure that you guys can see everything. Okay, or you can hear me. Even if you don't see me, I really don't care to show off. On my YouTube or Facebook, I don't really care. Okay, because I'm not into how beautiful I looked. Okay. Let me see if I put the light and see if the light doesn't affect the reading. Okay, let's see. I just put the light here. So that's what's happening with Jupiter. Okay, Jupiter is a planet of expansion. It's a planet that is to give more, and it's always good to start doing things now this year, and start doing yourself, start creating something. This is a time of creation, of proportions. It's like, for like, the more the better, some people say that, but it's basically what you give. You're giving, you're receiving in us. And Jupiter, like I said, is everything is an excess. Okay, so that's what Jupiter does. It's gonna be a time that a lot of people is gonna start growing their business. If you didn't have a good economy last year, it's gonna be a good economy this year. Okay, I hope you guys can hear me. Let me take the microphone and see if you guys don't hear me. Please, I apologize. I didn't realize it. Another so Saturn. Okay, so let me tell you what Saturn means. Saturn represents resistance to change. So there's gonna be like, they're like this. One wants to expand, and the other one doesn't want to change, right? And so that's where it bumps head with a lot of planets because they don't want to change. Okay, um, they're kind of like into the rules and regulations. So if you have Saturn in your natal chart, look for it and see where what part of your situation it is in your chart that sometimes doesn't want to create a change. Okay, um, but Saturn is also the authority inside. Okay, um, how we move through life, we've been kind of like in a set mind where we always would try, not always, we try to obey the law, we try to obey the police officer, everything that has to do with rules, right? So that's where it comes out to be like, this is where the whole thing is getting like nicer or funny or whatever word you want to put it. You're welcome to change my words. I don't have a fixed set. Whether Saturn is like I said, Saturn is the disciplined guy. Like the one that you got to do this way because this is the way it is. And that's how it has been for the past 20 years, 30 years. It's like, you got to do it this way. You get out of this road, you get a ticket, you get a fine. If you do this is what happens. So it's about rules and regulation and the structure that we had, right? Everything is like bam, 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 bam. It got to be in order. Other than that, you're in trouble. So that's what happens to Saturn, right? Also, Saturn is the one that has like the body together, like all the limbs are together, so kind of like the bones. It's the one that rules the bones and having us all together. Okay, and Jupiter is about growth. Okay, you understand the difference? It says Jupiter is about how you grow, you evolve, you learn, right? But then Saturn is like, you gotta go this way. Like people gotta go this way. So now I'm gonna tell you what. I try not to be too long in this video, but the problem is that Facebook doesn't give me enough. It doesn't tell me the time. Okay, it just shows me how many people are in it, but it doesn't tell me the time. So what happens is, I'm just giving you a little story now. It's like, now we're entering the era of Aquarius, right? Even though we were in the era of Aquarius in the 80s and 90s. But then we went to the era of Capricorn, which everything is about work, money, money, money. Work, money, money, money. How much you have, the kind of car you drive. Most people, that's their interest. The car that you drive, the house that you have, the purse that you buy, anything that has to do with money, finances, is Capricorn, right? So what happens is that Capricorn is been doing this for the past, I will say, 20 years, right? So now I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, because Capricorn is earthy. Capricorn is about the family business. You want to continue to have the family business. It's a family business. Okay? No matter what. It's the authority. It's got to be bam, 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 bam. Kind of like the planets, right? Like I just said, how Saturn was or is. So this is what Capricorn does. Okay? Especially is ruled by Saturn. So that's why Saturn and Capricorn are like hand on hand, putting things whatever way. It has to be the old-fashioned way, that way. And they don't believe in changes too much. They're very perfectionist. Okay? So remember, this is what Capricorn does. So Capricorn been doing the corporations, you work the whole way, and now what's happening is people are shifting. Knowing that with this pandemic, what they're doing is like they're changing the ways of doing things, right? Now everybody has to stay home. And so what happened is, if you go into the government systems, anything that has to do with the county, state, local government, their system is so messed up. Why? Because they've been using this for the longest time, right? So, bingo. So you're having, like in New Jersey, where I am right now, my location, like the unemployment office closed down. So what happened was like, boom, you know, they had the system for the unemployment office went out of control. So they're still working into accounts for people that didn't get the unemployment check for like 2020, you know, situations like that. Why? Because their system was so fixed and so set up, and nobody decided to get upgraded. They were like probably back in 20 years ago, and you know, police departments, some of them have changed, but some of them are not. It all depends on their budget, and the you know, a lot of government places are like that. Okay. So now I'm going to tell you. So remember that Capricorn is the feminine sign, it's a cardinal sign, it's an earth energy, right? So it's about authority. Mainly it's about authority, and they don't want to change. Okay, they want to have set rules, and they don't want to change. They basically don't want to change. They're very old-fashioned. Those are the main things that you need to keep in mind. So then Aquarius comes in, right? And Aquarius is masculine. It's a fixed sign. It's an air sign. So what Aquarius planets represent, okay? Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, right? So I'm going to give you the information about Uranus, because then you're going to be like, oh, so what happened to Uranus? Well, you didn't tell me that. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. What happened with Uranus is that it's a very independent planet, okay? And they believe Uranus people, the planet of Uranus is like, they believe that everything that was is nothing is set in stone. And the most important thing is that rules are meant to be broken. So they're like opposite of Capricorn, where they're like, it got to be that way because that's the way I say it should go. It's not like that. So you see where I'm coming from this. So I'm not going to give you more information about Uranus. It's like, this is what's going to happen now, is that Aquarius is about breaking the rules. Okay, Aquarius is about invention, the collective. If you hear the word collective, it's about humanitarians. Aquarius, and I'm not true Aquarius. I was born, my birthday is coming up in a couple of weeks, January 23rd. Okay, and I don't have Capricorn in my chart, thanks God. But I do have Scorpio in my rising, in my sun. Okay, so what happened with Aquarius is like, they don't want tradition anymore. They don't want what was set in stone for the past 20 years. They want something new. Aquarius wants something new. Aquarius also like commitment, but with freedom. It's like, I don't need to sign a paper to show you that I love you. Okay, Aquarius is the type of sign that says, I love you, and I don't need to carry a ring, because my heart belongs to you. You know, your heart belongs to me. That's that equal exchange of energy. Okay, so and they're very Aquarius is very always in their mind, trying to change the world somehow. So now I'm gonna say the new age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius it started last year in the winter solstice with the conjunction of the planets, right? And basically it's a sign of intellect, innovation, very humanitarian. Okay, very, very, very humanitarian. It's the number one sign of humanity or humanitarians. That means that if I have something, I will share it with you. Okay, if I want to have something for you, I will share that with you. Like it could be a meal, it could be a clothes, and maybe I do have an extra jacket. I will make it to a donation bin or somewhere someone is gonna need it and they're gonna use it. Okay, they don't like to waste stuff. Okay, another thing about the Great Conjunction, that was the cooperation. Okay, so now you know you have seen people that have been helping the neighbor And before, everything is like me, 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 me. Now, especially with the COVID, a lot of people are gonna be gone. No lies about it. No, don't think that it's not gonna happen. There is a lot of people, and you guys know that a lot of people left this planet already. It's meant to happen that way. Okay. So with that said, this great conjunction of between Saturn and Jupiter in an air sign for 800 years. Okay, it happened 800 years ago, and so now it's like it had not happened. So it's the time of communication and inventions, and it's all gonna be for the collective, for humanity. It's not gonna be like we're still racist. Don't get me wrong. It's not gonna be like, oh, I'm white and you're black and I'm Hispanic. No, it's about the human nature. We all humans. If they cut my skin, I'm gonna have the same thing inside. You're gonna have the same organs, maybe less. Maybe I have less organs than you because I had a surgery. You haven't had a surgery. You understand? But deep inside, we are gonna have the same. We're the same. So this conjunction or Saturn will be in Aquarius until the year 2023. So don't think that, oh my God, it started in December. Everybody's going to do the changes now. It's going to take time for people to change. Some people are going to change sooner. Some are going to slow down. Not everybody is at the same pace. Some of us have been in a higher vibration for the past 10 years. And some of us are starting to understand what spirituality is. Because not a lot of people have been involved in this, okay? A lot of people has been in the fixed institution like the church, where you gotta do this way because that's the way it is. That's the way it was for the past, whatever, 100 years, 800 years. So some people still with the backbone from Capricorn that it's gotta be those rules. Okay, so and Jupiter spends most of the time in 2021 in Aquarius. Remember, I said Saturn is gonna end up on March 2020. It's gonna stay all year until 2023, and then Jupiter is 2021. Okay, in Aquarius. And then it's gonna be a little interruption here, where not interruption, interlude, where you're gonna go from in Pisces in August 17. So basically, that's how the planets are gonna be in it. And even though you might not think that this plague is not gonna go, yes, it is gonna go away. Okay, this is Aquarius is gonna wipe out, or is wiping out a lot of people, a lot of generations, so a lot of people are going to be gone, but it will always come back. Okay, remember, plagues always existed, and they wipe out population, a lot of people. Believe me, it could have wiped out more in 800 years ago. However, it was not as many people in the planet. So basically, what this age of Aquarius is doing is that is more technical stuff is going to come out, more scientific stuff is going to be coming out. Okay, that's what the age of Aquarius does. Aquarius like technology. Believe it or not, I'm very behind in technology. But that's what Aquarius does. Aquarius likes to open up things that were not invented. They were basically the first ones that came out with the in 1980. That's when the computer came out. And Aquarius was ruling. And I will say that there will be an end of the coronavirus or the corona epidemic. And it's going to be like most likely, like I said to you guys before, like in the middle of the year or towards like the end. But more or less, we're going to start going back to normal like after like maybe June, July. Okay. Another thing that I want to say to you guys about Aquarius is the fact that they're very humanitarians, and we are responsible of the community. So even if, like I said to my people when they see me on YouTube or whatever, even if I have one person watching, that's all I care. Because you know what? I'm going to shift the consciousness of the one person that follows me, or the one person that subscribes to my channel. I'm not here to change the whole entire community. But yes, and I don't want to, I also want to tell you guys is that as an Aquarian, I would like to share. I want you to do the same or more that I can do. I don't want you to praise me because, oh, I did this speech or whatever. No, you are able to do it too. You as an individual, the only thing you have to do, you gotta work for it. It's not, nothing comes like boom, you know. You gotta work for it. So basically, it's about that community, that responsibility that we have as a whole. Always remember, we're all connected somehow. Okay, I'm sending this message right now, and maybe someone in Europe might be watching me. That one person in Europe might be watching me. But my point is that we're making a better place, because that's what Aquarius like to do. We want to make a better comfortable planet. We gotta increase our abilities. We gotta be responsible for the things that we do, like the garbage that is taken out every week of all of us. We have been destroying the planet for the longest time. Why? Because it's all me, 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 me. How can you hold yourself accountable for change, for the greater good? What can you do for your community or for yourself? Just think about what can you do in your house that is affecting the other person. Maybe you use too much electricity. You know, maybe they say, well, I don't care, I pay for it. No, but what about the other countries that they have a problem with electricity? Do you think about that? You know, so those are the questions that you got to put to yourself about, you know, how can I change? How can I be of my greatest good? Okay, so always remember that Jupiter is the planet of opportunity, expansion, growth, abundance, bringing luck. It's gonna bring a lot of stuff for a lot of people. Okay, it's gonna bring a lot of change, and change in medicine, change in technology, change in the banking system, how we spend our money. You know, some of us might be spending more right now, but it's gonna get to the point. But yeah, some people that are not spending as much because they don't have it. You know what I mean? And so we need to like balance. So that's what I was gonna say. You know, we need to be conscious of how much we spend and who needs some. You know, because there's a lot of people unemployed. Believe it or not, in my state, is a lot of people unemployed. I don't know any other country or any other state because I cannot go by other states, but I could go for the people that are around me. So Mercury in Aquarius, okay, between January 8 and January 16 is going to trigger a great conjunction in actions. So communications, new ways of thinking, spiritual ideas. A lot of people is going to come out of the role of being in some kind of fixed church. I actually saw someone in one of the groups that I belong, where this person was talking about that she was a third generation, what was the name of the religion that she practiced? Born again. So it's hard for someone like that to come into the spirit world because it's been generation. It's just so stuck in your head. But then this person, these children now, I would say, they're shifting because they're like, there got to be more than just my four corners of my church and the group that is in that church. There's got to be other things out there, okay? So remember that spiritual ideas, philosophies are going to change. Society, humanity is going to change, okay? So remember them, okay? But in January this year, on that 30th, Mercury is going to go retrograde all the way to the 16th, okay? So remember that during that time, computers and anything that has to do with electronics and communications is going to be down. So basically what I'm saying is Aquarius is going to bring abundance. The era of Aquarius is going to bring abundance. The area of Aquarius is going to bring change in medicine, change in opportunities, change you know, in everything, spiritual ideas, philosophy, society, and humanity, and change in communication. So, okay, remember what Aquarius means, or the era of Aquarius, is just a period that is going to change everything around us. Everything that we know is going to be broken. Just think about the tower in the tarot. It's like all these structures that we had are going to be broken. And don't forget, as I mentioned to you before, the week of January, okay, the month of January, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a lot of unstable people, because Mars is ruling very strong. So Venus is going to be in Aquarius between the 2nd and the 26th of February, okay? So this means that during the time of February, and between the 2nd and the 26th of February, a lot of people is going to come with a lot of new ideas, okay? And basically, we're going to be into the beauty of the family, the love, okay? Be patient with the stars for the next 3 months, okay? It's going to be a lot of cosmic changes. A lot of abundance is going to be coming in, waiting for us. The people that didn't have is going to probably have now. The people that had too much, they're probably going to be dead, and is going to give this to their children. Okay, basically the main important thing is to be a humanitarian. Look what part of you or who else needs help around your house. This is a year of resolution. This is a year where Sun is in Aries, okay? And it's a year where it's a new cosmic age, okay? And the restrictions from the COVID are going to end, okay? Eventually, it's going to happen. So, I hope this helps you guys. There's going to be new moons. And always remember, with the new moons, start new resolutions. I'm doing this on a new moon in January. Today's the 13th, 2021. And that's the reason why I did it today, because it's a new moon. It's a new era. It's an era of expansion. And the traditions are going to be broken. So that's what the era of Aquarius is. And it's going to take a couple of years. Certain places are not going to get broken easy. The structure that has been done is not easy to break. You understand? But it's going to happen little by little. And we're just starting. We're just seeing the little tips of it. This is just the beginning. It's a lot of more years to come for this era. So with that said, love and light, I hope this helps you. And share this video for the ones on YouTube. I'm recording this, and I'm sorry, for those on Facebook, I'm recording this also on YouTube, and I'm going to be uploading this video for YouTube. So love and light. Follow me on YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram, whatever you want to see my videos. And remember, I'm bilingual, so I will be doing this in Spanish. Why? Some people might say, why do you do it in Spanish? They can just translate. No, because you know why? A lot of people may not know how to read. And that came to my mind when I started doing my videos. What about if people don't know how to read in my Latin American countries? Not only in America, but in my Latin American countries. So that's the reason why you guys might ask me that. And I understand that everybody has their own accents or their own words in their countries, but I try to make it as basic possible. And if you have any questions, put it on my page. You can send me messages. You can go to my Facebook. You can, whatever you guys want to do, email me. And whatever question I can answer, I will. So with that said, love and light. I'll see you in the next one. And I will be doing my videos very soon. So take care, everybody. And share the video, please. Share it with everyone that can or need the help. Have a wonderful day. And this is the conjunction of Jupiter, okay? And it's going to be a tough year, okay? In the area of Aquarius, Saturn and Jupiter. So, have a wonderful night. Bye-bye. Thank you.